Welcome to Parents' Domain, your sanctuary for navigating the beautiful, bewildering, and often sticky-floored journey of raising children. Fatherhood, in this modern era, is a role of incredible complexity and profound reward. You are expected to be a provider and a nurturer, a firm guide, and a gentle playmate. You are a chef specializing in suspiciously shaped nuggets, a chauffeur for school runs and extracurriculars, a jungle gym with an aching back, a referee in disputes over a single Lego brick, a monster for chase games, a hero for scraped knees, and a chief engineer of tiny humans whose blueprints seem to change daily. In the daily whirlwind of snacks, spills, and standoffs, the pressure to be a perfect parent, fueled by curated social media feeds and a library's worth of advice books, can be immense. But let's set that impossible standard aside. Perfection isn't the goal. Connection is. This guide isn't about shortcuts or cheating the system. It's about a philosophy of creative engagement. It's about transforming parenting challenges into games, mundane chores into grand adventures, and inevitable power struggles into moments of collaboration and mutual respect. These dad hacks are designed to be practical, resourceful, and, most importantly, fun. They are tools of emotional intelligence that leverage psychology, play, and a little bit of cleverness to make your days smoother and, critically, your bond with your kids stronger. They are about building a positive family culture, one silly, brilliant moment at a time. Mastering meal times. From battlefield to creative studio, let's start in the heart of the home, a place that can often feel like a battlefield, the kitchen table. For many parents, meal times are fraught with tension. Between picky eaters, navigating a developmental phase of neophobia, a genuine fear of new foods, children with short attention spans, and the physical reality of inevitable messes, just getting adequate nutrients into your kids can feel like a monumental source of stress. The secret to changing this dynamic is to reframe your role. You are not just a cook fulfilling an order. You are the creative director of a culinary experience. The hack. Pancake art. The deeper problem. The morning rush is on and your child's declaration of, "I don't want that," rings out over the cereal box. This isn't just about the food. It's often one of the first moments in the day a child can assert their independence and control. They're testing boundaries and expressing their budding sense of self. A straightforward demand to just eat it meets their need for control with a direct challenge, guaranteeing a standoff. The hack in detail. The solution is to redirect that need for control into a creative impulse. Don't just make round pancakes, make pancake art. The tool for this magic is a clean, empty condiment squeeze bottle with a narrow tip. Prepare your pancake batter, ensuring it's smooth and slightly thinner than usual to flow easily. Pour the batter into the bottle. Once your pan is hot, use the bottle like a pen. Start simple. Draw their first initial, a smiley face, a star. As you get more confident, you can attempt their favorite animals, a gecko, a cat, a simple butterfly. Why it works. The psychology deep dive. This hack is a masterclass in sidestepping a power struggle. You are validating their desire for something different while still achieving the goal of a healthy breakfast. It works on several psychological levels. First, it introduces novelty and wonder, instantly capturing their attention. Second, it gives them agency. Ask them, "What shape should I make today?" By letting them choose, you are handing them the control they crave in a constructive way. Third, it turns a passive act, eating, into an engaging experience. They are so captivated by the form of the food, "I'm eating a T-Rex," that they completely forget to protest the function. Troubleshooting. Next level pro tips. What if your pancake art looks more like a blob than a butterfly? Laugh about it. Call it an abstract pancake or a mystery cloud. The goal is fun, not perfection. For a pro tip, take it to the next level by creating a small art station. Get a few squeeze bottles and add natural food colorings, a drop of beet juice for pink, a little turmeric for yellow, or spinach juice for green. Let them choose the colors. Now they're not just eating breakfast. They are commissioning a personalized, edible masterpiece. The hack, the veggie disguise. The deeper problem. Many children, particularly toddlers, have a built-in suspicion of vegetables, especially green ones. This isn't just stubbornness. It can be an evolutionary holdover, where bitter tastes, often found in plants, signaled potential poison. Their palate is also naturally inclined towards sweet and salty flavors. Presenting a pile of steamed broccoli is, to their developing brain, unappealing and potentially threatening. The hack in detail. You don't hide the vegetable, you rebrand it. The key is to completely change its form factor and its story. A handheld spiralizer is an incredible tool for this, turning a firm zucchini or carrot into a delightful pile of veggie spaghetti or superworms. Mini cookie cutters can stamp slices of cucumber, bell pepper, or even sweet potato into stars, hearts, and dinosaurs. The crucial final step is the narrative. You must present them with conviction. Tonight, we are eating Martian superworms and power-up stars that give you super speed. Why it works. The psychology deep dive. This method leverages the power of imagination and narrative. A child lives in a world of stories. By changing the story of the food, you change their perception of it. It's no longer a yucky vegetable. It's a component of a grand adventure. This also taps into the power of novelty. The unusual shape and texture are intriguing. It bypasses their preconceived notions and encourages them to approach the food with curiosity rather than prejudice. Troubleshooting. Next level pro tips. What if they still pick it out? Don't force it. Continue to offer it this way consistently and without pressure. Sometimes it takes 10-15 exposures for a child to accept a new food. The pro tip is to give them a role in the creation. Let them be the one to turn the crank on the spiralizer, with your help. Let them press the cookie cutters into the cucumber slices. This sense of ownership is incredibly powerful. When they've made the power-up stars themselves, their pride will often compel them to at least try one. The hack. Frozen fruit swords. The deeper problem. The afternoon slump hits, and with it comes the craving for snacks. Children's bodies are genuinely seeking a quick energy boost. Their natural inclination, and the one most heavily marketed to them, is towards high-sugar, low-nutrient processed treats. The challenge is to satisfy their need for a fun, satisfying snack without resorting to junk food that leads to an energy crash. The hack in detail. This is simplicity at its finest. Take bamboo or reusable plastic skewers. Thread them with fruit that freezes well. Whole grapes, balls of melon or cantaloupe, thick banana slices, whole strawberries, and mandarin orange segments. Place them on a tray lined with wax paper and freeze them until solid. When the snack attack hits, you present them not as a healthy fruit snack, but as frozen fruit swords, princess wands, or galaxy ice pops. Why it works. The psychology deep dive. This hack is a sensory triple threat. First, the visual appeal is high, the colors are bright, and the shape is fun. Second, the novelty of the texture and temperature is a huge draw, especially on a hot day in a place like Pulilan. The frozen fruit has a completely different mouthfeel from fresh fruit, closer to a sorbet or ice pop. Third, and most importantly, it transforms the act of eating into imaginative play. A snack that doubles as a prop for a game is infinitely more desirable than the same fruit served in a bowl. Troubleshooting. Next level pro tips. The only real issue is brain freeze, so just encourage small bites. To take this to the next level, create a fruit sword creation station before you freeze them. Set out bowls of different fruits and let your kids assemble their own custom swords. You can also add a magic dip station by providing a small bowl of yogurt or melted dark chocolate for them to dip their fresh swords into before you place them in the freezer. Taming the chaos. From chore wars to collaborative games. Let's be honest. Spills, messes, and the seemingly endless explosion of toys are a fundamental law of physics in a house with children. Trying to fight this entropy with stern commands and frustration is a losing battle that drains your energy and creates conflict. The smarter, more effective move is to harness the chaos, redirect the energy, and turn chores into a game you can win together. The hack. The human mop. The deeper problem. A glass of milk shatters the piece, spilling across the floor. The immediate adult reaction is often a sharp intake of breath, a frustrated sigh, or a rush for paper towels. For a child, this reaction can induce feelings of shame, fear, and anxiety. They learn that accidents are a source of parental stress, which can make them hesitant to be independent. The hack in detail. This hack requires a moment of theatrical genius. As the white river of milk spreads, instead of getting angry, get silly. If you're wearing socks, and thick ones are best, strike a dramatic pose. Declare, "Do not worry, the amazing human mop is here to save the day." Then, skate and slide through the puddle, using your feet to absorb the liquid. Do a spin. Make sound effects. Turn the cleanup into a 15-second slapstick comedy routine. Why it works. The psychology deep dive. This is a powerful act of emotional redirection. You are taking a moment primed for negativity and instantly flipping it into one of unexpected, hilarious fun. You are teaching your child one of the most valuable life lessons: resilience. They learn that accidents happen, they are not a big deal, and a playful, positive response is always an option. You are modeling that it's okay to make mistakes, and that keeping a sense of humor is a superpower. Troubleshooting. Next level pro tips. This works best on smooth tile or wood floors. Obviously, avoid this with broken glass. The pro tip is to formalize the game. Designate a specific pair of old, thick, perhaps brightly colored socks as the official Super Mop socks. Keep them in a kitchen drawer. When a spill happens, the kids might even run to get you the special socks, already turning the accident into the prelude to a game. The hack. The cleanup monster. The deeper problem. The living room is a disaster zone. Your polite request to please clean up your toys is met with feigned deafness or dramatic full-body collapses onto the floor. To a child, the task of tidying a huge mess can feel overwhelming and, frankly, boring compared to the fun of making the mess. It's a classic motivation problem. The hack in detail. Your tool for this mission is an empty laundry basket or a large cardboard box. You do not ask them to clean. Instead, you become the monster. Get down on their level, hold the basket with its opening facing forward, and adopt a deep, silly voice. Ruar, I am the cleanup monster, and I am hungry. Om nom nom. I need to eat some toys. Shuffle around the room, gobbling up toys by sliding the basket over them. Make loud chomping sounds. Why it works. The psychology deep dive. This is a perfect example of gamification. You have taken a mundane chore and applied game mechanics to it. There is now a character, the monster, a goal, feed the monster, and a fun activity, chomping. This shifts your child's brain out of chore resistance mode and into play mode. It also removes you as the boss and recasts you as a playmate, making them eager to join in. They will gleefully race to feed the monster, doing the very task they were resisting moments earlier. Troubleshooting. Next level pro tips. They might get so into the game that they start throwing toys wildly into the basket. Gently guide them. The monster likes to be fed gently. The next level pro tip is to give the monster a specific diet. Today, the cleanup monster is only hungry for red things. Or the monster wants to eat all the cars first. This adds an extra layer of challenge, turning the game into an opportunity to practice colors, categories, and sorting. Give your kids smaller baskets so they can be junior monsters helping you on your grand, chomping quest. Fueling fun, adventures in play and entertainment. Keeping kids engaged and entertained doesn't have to mean a mountain of expensive toys or a constant stream of screen time. Often, the most memorable and developmentally beneficial play comes from the simplest tools: your imagination, and the everyday stuff you already have lying around the house. The hack, the instant cardboard castle. The deeper problem. Kids are feeling bored, aimless, and are starting to bicker. They have a deep-seated need for imaginative play and for spaces that feel like their own, separate from the adult world. A standard living room doesn't always provide the right canvas for their grand adventures. The hack in detail, that giant cardboard box from a new refrigerator, washing machine, or even a large online order, is not trash. It's a construction material. This hack is about turning that box into a castle, a spaceship, a veterinarian's office, or a secret clubhouse. The most important technique for safety and quality is this: score before you cut. Use a marker to draw your doors and windows. Then, using a box cutter, run the blade lightly over the lines first to create a shallow groove. Once the groove is there, you can apply more pressure to cut all the way through. This prevents the blade from slipping and creates wonderfully clean, non-jagged edges that are safe for little hands. Why it works. The psychology deep dive. A cardboard box provides what urban planners call a third space, a place that is not home and not school, but a separate zone that is entirely their own. It is scaled to their size, which gives them a powerful sense of ownership and control. It is a blank canvas that fuels open-ended, imaginative play, which is critical for developing problem-solving skills, social skills if playing with others, and creativity. Unlike a toy that has a single function, a box can be anything. Troubleshooting. Next-level pro tips. The structure might be a bit flimsy. Use packing tape to reinforce the corners and seams from the inside. The real pro tip is to think beyond the structure itself. Create a castle decorating kit with markers, crayons, stickers, aluminum foil for mirrors, and scraps of fabric for curtains. This extends the activity for hours or even days. Then, take it even further by introducing a narrative. Oh no, a friendly dragon is coming to visit the castle. We need to make it a welcome banner. The hack, the low-energy shadow puppet theater. The deeper problem. It's that late afternoon slump. Everyone's energy is low, patience is thin, and the kids are getting cranky. You need a calming activity that doesn't require a lot of physical exertion from you or them. The hack in detail. This is the ultimate low-tech, high-impact entertainment. All you need is a dark room, a blank wall, and a single light source, like your phone's flashlight. Draw the curtains, turn off the lights, and prop your phone up on a coffee table or a stack of books so it projects a bright circle of light. Then, using just your hands, create characters in the light. You don't need to be a master puppeteer. A simple quacking hand duck, a wolf made by crossing your hands, or two fingers making a running person are more than enough to captivate an audience of small children. Why it works. The psychology deep dive. In a world of hyper-vibrant, fast-paced digital stimulation, the stark simplicity of black and white shadow puppets is mesmerizing. It lowers the sensory input in the room, which has a naturally calming effect. It forces the brain to engage its imagination to fill in the details, which is a more active and creative form of engagement than passively watching a screen. It creates a shared, magical experience that feels intimate and special. Troubleshooting. Next-level pro tips. Your hands might get tired. Don't feel like you need to perform for 20 minutes. A 5-minute show is plenty. The next-level tip is to make it interactive. Ask the kids to provide the sound effects for the animals you make. Ask them what the characters should do next. You can also create puppets by cutting shapes out of cardstock and taping them to straws or chopsticks. This allows you to tell more complex stories, and even lets the kids create their own characters for the show. Smoothing the day, hacking the daily routines. The daily transitions, waking up, getting dressed, bath time, and the final wind down to bedtime are often the biggest flashpoints for power struggles. These routines are ripe for hacking, transforming them from battlegrounds into predictable, fun, and empowering rituals. The hack, the goggle shield. The deeper problem. For many children, the resistance to washing their hair isn't about getting clean. It's about a very real and understandable fear of getting soap in their eyes. The stinging sensation is unpleasant, and the loss of control when water is being poured over their head can be frightening. Telling them to just close your eyes often isn't enough to overcome this anxiety. The hack, in detail. Instead of fighting the fear, you eliminate it. The tool is a simple, inexpensive pair of swimming goggles. You reframe the entire activity. It is no longer hair washing time. It is now time for a submarine mission or deep-sea exploration. The goggles are their essential, non-negotiable mission gear. They put them on, and their job is to look for treasure at the bottom of the tub, while you, the tidal wave machine, quickly and efficiently rinse their sudsy hair. Why it works. The psychology deep dive. This hack is psychologically brilliant because it addresses the core fear directly and puts the child back in control. The goggles provide a physical, impermeable barrier. They can see and feel that no water or soap can get in their eyes. This removes the source of the anxiety. By turning it into a game, you're replacing fear with excitement and empowerment. They are no longer a passive victim of the hair washing. They are an active participant in a fun mission. Troubleshooting. Next level pro tips. They might not want to wear the goggles at first. Introduce them during a non-bath time play session to normalize them. The pro tip to make this an unforgettable experience is to add 2 or 3 activated glow sticks to the bath water. Turn off the main bathroom lights, leaving a soft night light on. The combination of the goggles and the magical glowing water creates an otherworldly atmosphere that they will beg for every night. The hack. The bedtime routine checklist. The deeper problem. The end of the day is the final frontier of parenting. Everyone is tired. Your reserves of patience are low, and your child's capacity for negotiation and resistance is at its peak. The final sequence of tasks, pajamas on, teeth brushed, getting into bed can feel like a marathon of chasing, nagging, and pleading. The hack in detail. The solution is to take yourself out of the equation as the taskmaster. Your tool is a simple visual chart. On a piece of paper or a small whiteboard, create a checklist for the bedtime routine. Use simple drawings or icons next to the words. A picture of a bathtub for bath time, a shirt for pajamas on, a toothbrush for brush teeth, and a book for story time. Next to each icon, draw a square box. When a task is successfully completed, your child gets the deep satisfaction of placing a sticker in the box or drawing a check mark. Why it works. The psychology deep dive. This system externalizes the routine. You are no longer the one issuing commands. Instead, you and your child become a team working together to defeat the chart. For a child, this visual, predictable sequence is incredibly comforting and reduces anxiety about what's coming next. The act of placing the sticker provides a small hit of dopamine, a positive reinforcement loop that makes them want to complete the next task. It gives them a profound sense of accomplishment and ends the day on a note of success and collaboration rather than conflict. Troubleshooting. Next level pro tips. They might want to put all the stickers on at once. Gently explain the rules. 1 task, 1 sticker. The key is consistency. The ultimate pro tip is to involve them in the creation of the chart. Let them draw the pictures, choose the color of the paper, and pick out the stickers. This deepens their sense of ownership and makes it our chart, not Dad's chart. You can even have a bonus sticker for completing the entire chart with a happy attitude, a powerful motivator for positive behavior.